A beautiful morning to you and welcome to another edition of the Weekend Show.
And it's actually going to be a very special edition of the Weekend Show. My name is Olu Chikalo. As usual, remember today is environmental sanitation.
Yes, and as we say that, like Lucy have mentioned, today is a very special edition. We hope to look at critical issues that affect us in Anambra State at the moment. First of all, Anambra, we have several things to celebrate. We have several things that puts us in the front when it comes to the things we do, the handworks we do, and the skills we develop at all times. So this morning we'll have someone who is celebrating these important aspects or these unique things that in Anambra are known for. He'll be here to talk to us on their plans and programs in that aspect.
And you know, one very important thing in government is, in any administration, is a government that carries its people along, government that listens, government that wants you to understand them more. Well, today is going to be a special day on the Weekend Show. Normally, we do have a lot of entertainment program, but you know, the Igbo people will say that, okay, I think I should rather use an English idiom of he who stays in a glass house cannot throw stones. So today we'll not be bringing you romance segments, that's entertainment segments, and we will not be bringing you street waka because we have an important issue that has been affecting us in the Anambra that we really need to discourse, we need to trash. So stay glued to your TV set. It's going to be audience participatory. We're going to have two commissioners right here on the screen to discuss this issue. But remember that by next week we'll return to status quo.
Yes, and like we say that, we'll not unwrap everything for you this morning, but just stay tuned as we continue to tell you what we have on stock this morning. But first, remember how we do it on the show. We start with the press review. Stay with us. All right, you're welcome back. Like we told you, let's bring you the press review this morning. We start from ABS website where we have these stories making the front banner of major stories on ABS website. Governor Soludo seeks partnership with FEMA for rehabilitation maintenance of Anambra roads. Anambra Deputy Governor Ibezim asks APGA stakeholders to uphold peace, unity of purpose. Stakeholders laud Soludo on strategic approach to governance. Anambra State wins Southeast ANCOPS quiz competition. Also, Anambra State government organizes training program for doctors, nurses in Oka. Those are the stories from ABS websites.
And then straight to the dailies this morning, and we'll be starting with the Sun newspaper, the Saturday Sun newspaper. On top of that page, we have a story that says, Yoruba leaders blast federal government's double standards on arms bearing by vigilantes. Afani Ferrer, YCE, others back Akeredolu insist Amotekun must bear sophisticated weapons. And then we have the major rider. Atiku won't win without Kano, Lagos, Rivers, says Wike, threatens to name those who allegedly gave IU 1 billion naira. How Rivers governor frustrated Southeast presidency. That's one as by Atiku's spokesman. And then revealed why Ohaneze has not endorsed Obi. says Labour Party presidential candidate pushed by Nigerian people. Northern groups warn against linking him to IPOB. We will unveil Obi in Jos, says MBF. And then we also have another story. Supreme Court strikes out suit on zoning of PDP presidential ticket. Tinubu turns Atiku over sleeping ticket. And finally, the last but not the least, 3 police officers kidnapped in Ogun. And that's it from the Saturday Sun newspaper this morning.
And from the Saturday Sun newspaper, we move to the Guardian newspaper for this morning. On the Guardian, suspend me and take whatever you see. Wike dares PDP. Supreme Court strikes out suit seeking zoning of PDP presidential ticket to Southeast. We will make next few weeks ugly for politicians. NANS, that is the National Association of Nigerian Students, vows. Court remands Abiola over assault on police oddly. Akeredolu's call for Amotekun to bear arms justified, Akintoye says. Other stories there, ASU strike between court ruling and search for amicable solution. Abraham's Truth, Love and Confessions of Bonny Island Native. We also have, if you are not focused on what you want out of life, you would easily be distracted. That's a special interview of Victoria Michaels. That's all on the Guardian newspaper front page this morning.
And then the Daily Trust newspaper this Saturday morning, we have Hope deems for rice harvest as widespread flood washes off fields. Farmers in confusion count losses. It will be difficult to meet our loan repayments, says victims. What must be done to avert scarcity? This is by experts. Successes of U.S.-Nigerian music collaboration. And then we have how neighbor took custody of my children, converted them to Christianity by widow. Bama, tales of new life in Borno liberated communities. This is a special report, obviously. And then we have At Home with Mr. Nigeria. We have featured patient's death raises dust in Kano Hospital, and also residents flee as River Benue rises to 11.1 meters. Crisis in PDP send bad signals to Nigerians, and that's by Wike. That's it from the Daily Trust newspaper this morning.
And then we leave the Daily Trust to the Saturday Punch. The Saturday Punch is ever busy like usual this morning. The big story, PDP begs Wike as governor alleges betrayal, 1 billion naira bribe. Rivals insist party chair Atiku, former generals conspired against him. Accuses Ayu of collecting 1 billion naira from unnamed presidential aspirants. Wike playing God wants to impose crony as party chair, says Atiku campaign council. Amid high inflation, 6 states shun minimum wage. I thought I did never have a life, weightlifting gold medalist says. Don't deregister ASU, NLC warns federal governments, writes Ngige. Union files appeal against NIC ruling, that is the National Industrial Court ruling, asks for stay of execution. There is also a story, 4 killed, 1 rescued in Lagos collapsed building. How husband caught with side chick announced wife's death, brother says. Federal government plans to sell electricity transmission company. I can't be Hermes' third girlfriend, says Allison. There are other stories on the inside page of the Punch, but if you want details for these ones, just pick a copy of any of these papers.
And then the Nation newspaper, as usual, quite busy. We have 2023 Economics Intelligence Unit projects Tinubu to win presidency. ASU files 14 grounds of appeal against industrial court ruling. Mad rush for medicine, law courses and private universities as strike lingers. A case of one man's loss is another man's gain. And then the major headline, war in PDP, Wike bombs Atiku, Ayu Tambuwal, Saraki. Many people walked out of that convention. People like candidate of our party today, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar Tambuwal was one of them. Saraut was one of them. They all walked out saying that presidency must come to the north. And this quote is actually accredited to Wike. Then there's a reply quote from Atiku saying, Wike says he is fighting for fairness, justice, and equity. But in the pursuit of all that, the governor assumes the state and the entire South. With all sincerity and as a party faithful, which he claims to be, he should stop fighting a war that does not exist. And that's a reply from Atiku. Rivers governor accuses ex-VP others of rebuffing Jonathan in 2014. Alleges IU received 1 billion naira from aspirants, manipulated primary. Dares party to suspend him if they can. Atiku allegation uncharitable Wike fighting war that does not exist. Party fires back, says governor did not respect zoning in Rivers. PDP candidates now divider in chief. 2023 aspiration dead, says APC Council. And then we have another story. Ethiopian Airlines emerges preferred bidder for Nigerian Air. And then, national carrier takes off in few weeks with 3 aircraft. Mortgage. Pension contributors can now use 25% savings for payments.
Those are the stories across the major national dailies and on ABS website this morning.
Remember that all you have to do is stick to our channels, our radio channels and our television channels, and you can also be part of our growing social media community to read up those stories in details. Remember, on our Facebook, our new and backup page is Anambra Broadcasting Service, OKA. Anambra Broadcasting Service, OKA. When you're part of that community, you get to watch all our programs live again.
All right. Stay with us as we bring in our first guest for this morning as we look at a very important issue, like we told you, celebrating Anambra 2022. Stay with us.